everyone. I hope all of you are doing well. This is Carol Prerna Ghosh. So today I got very lucky that I had a chance to interact with none other than Melisa ma'am. So she currently holds her chief engineer license and selling at MMSI company. So basically the video quality, I regret that the video quality is a little bit down because of the fact of the connectivity issues, and I couldn't resist myself truly from having a such great interaction session with ma'am, because she is going on board very soon and she has some prior works before going on board. So she took out her valuable time from her busy schedule to have a good interaction session. Here the video is. I hope all of you like it.
Itself. Ma'am, firstly, I would like to welcome you for the interview session and thank you for giving me the permission to have such a nice interaction session with you, ma'am. Ma'am, we would like to hear it from yourself only, small details that you would like to share with us.
My name is Melisa, and I was a 2016 pass out from IMU Chennai. And later on, I worked as a trainee engineer with Great Eastern, and later on, now first assistant engineer with MMSI. And I hold a chief engineer's license now. And so, you want to know anything more?
Ma'am, I would like to know that the more you share about yourself, ma'am, we would be happy to hear.
Okay, so I did my schooling in Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalaya. Okay, so when I was studying there, so I had thought about going to IIT, but after my 12th class, I couldn't make it to IIT in the merit list, but I made it in the extended merit list. On behalf of that, we had a counseling in LBS Mumbai, so I had selected IMU Chennai for my BTech Marine Engineering. It was a 4-year course, and in my final semester, was a trainee engineer. And later on, if I say in 2016, I completed my college. 17, I got qualified as an MU Class 4 engineer. And in 20, I got qualified as a MU Class 2 engineer. And in 23 October, I got qualified as an MU Class 1 engineer.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, as you have already shared about the first thing, I would like to know that, ma'am, being a marine engineer and being a female marine engineer, how does it feel on board?
I'm closely connected with IMU Kolkata. I'll tell you why. When I was in IMU Chennai, their company used to come. But at that time, when I was studying, at that point of the time, girls were not trending. That's sustainable development goals, all those things. Now, girls are also a part of women empowerment, which is a part of SDG 17. That time, it was not so famous. People were not taking that time. Okay, so the companies which came to Chennai campus had not taken to me, and ultimately, I was left unplaced. So what I did when I was in third year, we used to come to IMU Kolkata for our workshops. So I had met SK Mukherjee, Mr. SK Mukherjee. He used to take a Viva. So I had met him there, and he told me personally that if ever you are left with without placement, you can always come here to me. So I just took it very seriously. I after the third year, when I couldn't get placed in the fourth year first semester, I just took a ticket, that too was in a general train, and just traveled to Kolkata from Chennai without telling anybody, not even in the Chennai campus nor my parents. And I had a friend from your college. She was a 2015 pass out. I would like to thank her also. Her name is Pooja Kumari, and she is also currently class 1 engineer. So she had accompanied me there. She kept me in her hostel. Even she helped me to jump the gate of IMU Kolkata at the night time. So everyone told me that SKM sir, he was unsure whether he will remember you or not. So I just went to him and I told him, sir, do you remember me? I am from IMU Chennai. I am without placement now. What shall I do? Then sir told me, like he saw my CV, there were some little mistakes. He personally corrected them and he told me, see, right now Kolkata placement is finished. So you have to go to Mumbai, where some of the unplaced candidates from IMU Kolkata are giving interviews. So first he sent me to one of the company. They rejected me. I mean, they were actually overfilled, so they do not have a place. So sir personally sent a message to other company. That is my first parent company, Great Eastern. So I got selected and I was very happy, and I got a chance to sail in my college time itself. So once I finished that, 2017, like I told you, like how 17, 20, 23, every 3 years I got one COC. So my career, if I tell, I am everything because of Mr. SK Mukherjee, because if he wouldn't have placed me, I would have been nowhere.
Seriously, it feels such a honorable thing for me also, because right in the last semester also we got classes from sir, and the way he teaches us, it makes you feel like, okay, he's not teaching, but he's making you understand at each and every point. The life experiences he used to share in the class, it was something beyond I can explain even in words, ma'am. And ma'am,
Yes,
I really feel
diagrams are too good.
Yes, ma'am. And ma'am, I really feel good that somehow we got a connection through. Ma'am, next I would like to know about you itself. That ma'am, since our topic on today's discussion, we are mainly focusing on the topic that women empowerment in the shipping industry. So, ma'am, I would like to hear your thoughts and your viewpoint on this topic, ma'am.
Evolving, okay. Women are not accepted. If you ask me, some companies are taking a good initiative. If you see Musk, if you see Hafnia, if you see VW, they are taking very good initiative. They want to make a woman, like they are bringing on ships which are fully employed by women. They have started all this campaigning. Okay, as it is also a part, IMO has also rooted for it. There are many organizations like Vista, IWSF. or you can say SHIO, Maritime SHIO. So many organizations are rooting for women. And if you ask me
Yes,
personally,
ma'am.
I feel it is still evolving and not all the people accept you. When you go on board, like when I went on board for the first time, I did not expect it to be like that. If you ask me, no, college is different and on board so much noise in the engine room. So it was little shocking for me. Then finally I got adjusted to it and I saw not many people believe in women doing that. It's not their fault also because this industry was a male dominated industry and slowly women are bringing changes, and so it is difficult for them to accept. But when you prove yourself, when you show them that you know the work, you are doing your duties properly, some people change. There are some people who will not change, but there are people who change also, and later on they will start respect you based on your work. So I would like to say yes, I can say like 10%. It is still evolving, not fully evolved. Like you, some point of the time when you go sailing, also you have to face that.
Yes, ma'am, surely, because everyone is of different mindset and they treat everyone differently. In my life, I have seen people, I have met people who still now questions that will you be able to do it? Since I haven't seen a shipwright till now in my life. I haven't been on board till now, but still the question comes in such a way, me to manage it. Will you be able to continue with this job? It seems like okay, they are sure enough that they are going to sail or they can continue with their work, but we being a female cadet, we won't be able to. So, ma'am, this discrimination is somewhere clearly visible.
No, but that is not like if you ask me, no, yes, people have doubts, but you can prove it wrong. If you ask me in IMU 2016 batch, I was a 16 pass out. We had around 40, 50 people in my batch. So in that 40, 50 people, today I am the only one with class 1 COC. Not, boys are doing well, but I wouldn't say they are not doing well. They are doing well, but you can do better. And
Yes,
physical
ma'am.
work is there a little bit, but when you reach to the management position, like first engineer, chief engineer, it's all your brain work and how you manage things. Nothing like you have to carry heavy things with you. It's not like that. So you have to be a little hardworking in fourth engineer, third engineer rank. When it comes to second engineer, yes, you can manage well. And I think women manage better than men.
Yes, ma'am. I also agree with your point. Ma'am, from this point, there is another one question which is going on in my mind because see a common question or a common mindset from the male cadets or the male aspirants that it becomes easier for the female candidates to qualify for an interview for any kind of company. And since companies these days they are also focusing more on women empowerment. Ma'am, what you would like to say on this? That is the mindset true that female gets more opportunity than men and the other people have to suffer more than the female candidates?
Yeah, I would be honest with this question. I won't lie. Yes, if you are a female, it would be easier for you to get in any company. I wouldn't lie for this. Like, yes, I have seen. If you ask me, boys, those who want to go first time on the ship, they are finding it very difficult to get a job because they are overflooded in the market. While we women now we have a lot of attention on us, and every company wants women. So if you see every company, if you ask me, when I uploaded a resume last week, I got so many calls from the many companies. So everybody wants to take women. So yes, it has become easy for women now, whereas it was different 20 years ago. 20 years ago, if you saw, it was very difficult for women. Not only 20, if you take 7 years ago also, it was very difficult for a woman to get a job. But now it has become easy. And okay, it's easy. That doesn't mean that we are not capable of that. Women are equally
Yes,
capable
ma'am.
and we can prove it. And I have seen in MMD exams also, like if you ask me, I cleared my class 4 and class 2 in first attempt, and class 1 I cleared in second attempt. So in MMD also, I wouldn't say we are getting an undue advantage. They are checking us in the equal level. In my experience, this in MMD it is not much distinguished like men or women. They take the exam in a equitable way, like they're judging a man or a woman in an equitable way. But yes, if you ask me later on in the stage when it was starting at 20, 21, 22, 23, for women it has been easier to get inside a company than compared to men. I agree with that.
Yes, ma'am. So like it is easier, but still you cannot judge someone on the basis of their capability until and unless you know the person very well.
No, until or
This
unless you
is
have a stopper doesn't mean that you are going to do well in the practical side. So until or unless you have not worked with that person, you can never judge whether it be
yes,
a
ma'am.
male or yes.
Yes, agree with you, ma'am. Ma'am, next I would like to know that since there are many safety protocols that are being followed on a ship for the overall safety of the crew members, but ma'am, being for example that when we are going for sail, I am the only lady cadet or I am the only female cadet who will be sailing on board or who is there present on a particular vessel. Ma'am, so from your point of view, I would like to know that what are the safety protocols or what kind of what do I say behavioral activities or how do we maintain a safe distance and what safety protocols should be taken by the other crew members also so that the working environment for a female candidate who is sailing either for the first time or for what number of times it she feels safe to walk around with them.
when you join first time, your company will definitely brief you on the safety management procedures or what protocols they are following. If you say, for example, I'll take the case of MMSI where I'm working. So they are pre-briefing you. They are also, not only you, they are also briefing the ship staff, which is over there on board right now, where you're going. They are telling, like, maybe a example, foul language uses. Like if you see boys, they use sometimes, but when a female goes, they will strictly tell them not to do that. Apart from that, for girls, so in the SMS, there are some things which are mentioned, like maybe for example, I'll take, like, you want to put your clothes, you're a cadet alone, you want to put your clothes in the laundry. So in my company, if you see, we have a specific, either in some ships there is a specific time where a female can put their laundry, or you have a designated machine. So you must first know what all the things which are provided for you. Apart from that, also, if you see, MMSI is a very good company. They take care of you very well. Even the sanitary pads they are providing for you. Okay, there are some. Apart from that, you ask me how a person should behave. So see, the other person who is there, male, his behavior depends upon your behavior, how you're behaving with him. Okay, so when you're a first time, I always like to tell that women should draw a margin. They should not allow anybody to cross that margin. You should behave in such a way that people should think twice, okay, what they should come and tell you. So you should not give much leniency to people. Okay, it's good, socializing is good, but I always say that romantic relationships on board, they will spoil the environment of the ship. Not only that, you will spoil your decorum also. It will be very difficult for you, because this shipping is a very small world. If anything happens within the company, it spreads like a wildfire. So it is better. Yes, I know love can happen anywhere. There are many people who have loved and got married here, but I would like to say personally, it is always better to avoid romantic relationships. Apart from that, if you have a romantic relationship, you better keep it a secret. Don't make a PD out of it. You're showing it in front of everybody. That will spoil everything. Okay, so I would like to say keep away from that. And other than that, we are talking much about sexual harassment. So sexual harassment, I told you, right, you should draw a margin in front of everybody, where you should not allow the people to come in your comfort space. You should not give them that freedom that they will approach for all these things to you. So it is always better you be stricter, you draw margin in front of them, so they will not think twice or 10 times before approaching you. Okay, so I have made many mistakes in my life. I have learned from those mistakes now, but it's always better to learn from others' mistakes, because the mistake can be very heavy for you. So don't make any mistakes, I would tell, if you're going for the first time. I have made mistakes, some mistakes in my life. So looking back to that, like now I feel that I have learned so many things. I almost for 7 years I'm there in this field, so I'm improving, and you will also improve. You will come to know a lot of things from your cadetship to a management position. You will see things in different angle. The way I used to look at people when I was a junior and now how I look at people has a vast and big difference. So same will be with you. I hope you will do your good or give your best and not make any mistakes. And please go through your company SMS before you go on board.
This question was much needed for the interview session, as far as I have had some discussion with the other female aspirants, or with some of the lady cadets present out there. Ma'am, there is also always a thing going on in our mind, that what if we get this kind of approach, or this kind of things happen with us, some harassment issues from the crew members who are present out there in the vessel. Ma'am, they generally come up with a point that we won't be able to handle it, or maybe we won't be able to deny the fact, or something can happen to us, so they better keep themselves away from the shipping industry. But truly, ma'am, I believe that in every kind of industry, this kind of women harassment and sexual harassment, it has become very common. But since we are talking about shipping industry, ma'am, we will be living like in a complete separate vessel for 6 to 9 months, completely detached from our family, and also the social help that women generally expects if something bad happens to her. So ma'am, that's a point which clicks our mind, that maybe I won't be able to do anything, I won't be able to say it loud, and I have to suffer it by alone itself. That's why I needed to hear it from you, ma'am, itself, because as you have
Okay,
sailed, you have experience.
tell you one thing. If somebody comes, see, I wouldn't say that every time both the parties are mistake. There is sometimes like you are very genuine, but somebody else is coming to you with such approaches. So at that time, you should always go to your HOD and complain. And if you feel that your HOD is also biased, he is not going to give you a correct solution, you can always go to the master. And if you feel that you don't want to tell this thing to anybody, you will have a shore complaint team where you can complain to them. On shore for the women, there are designated ladies who are there to whom you can speak. And if you are not able to speak to them, also you can go to communities like IWSF. So I think you know IWSF, Captain Radhika Menon is heading that. You can
Yes, ma'am.
always
Yes, ma'am.
to take your, or you have any senior, trusting senior, so you can take their help, take their suggestions. Because I also get sometimes Instagram DMs like a chief engineer is biased or like that. See, in the work wise, if anybody is biased, you watch them for some time. I wouldn't say that if somebody is giving some comments, like work wise, professionally, I'm not telling some personal or sexual remarks. So you just wait to prove yourself. Okay, like first day I go to onboard, suppose I went on board and somebody told me, "Arey, ye kya karegi?" like that. So I will not take it serious, because I have a chance for next 6 months or next 4 months to prove them wrong. So you prove them wrong and their point of view will change. Don't immediately jump कि अभी मैं जाके complaint करूंगी. You don't create a hazel, like keep the environment hazel free. Like wait, give some time. People will adjust. Do your work diligently or sincerely. People will change their opinion because I have seen in my 7 years career many people have changed their opinion on me. Like when you look at me, okay, very lean. What she will do? क्या ही काम करेगी? When I went first time as first engineer also fitter, he personally came and told me, मैम आपको पहली बार देखा तो लगा आप क्या ही कर लोगे, लेकिन बाद में हमारा opinion change हो गया. So their opinion will change. Give them some time to adjust. Okay, like don't take a professional comment if somebody is telling अरे तुम ठीक से नहीं कर रहे हो तो तुरंत ही you don't take it like a degrading remark. Take it positively. Okay, I have to improve myself. Like mainly nowadays what happens, no, if you tell a little thing to people, like especially abhi it is a case with both boys and girls. You tell little, no, ये ठीक से नहीं हुआ, they think that we are degrading them. No, you should not think that. If somebody is giving a professional comment, like you have to improve on this thing, don't take it as a harassment or something. Sometimes yes there is harassment, but always it is not harassment because some people want you to improve also. So you look it in a positive way. If your positive way is not helping you, you still feel that the person is negative towards you, then yes, definitely I will say you go and complain. But you give yourself a time, you indulge. Like when you are a fifth engineer, normally क्या होता है, what happens is second engineer who is there seeing a lady fifth engineer, he won't like to give you some hard jobs क्योंकि India our mentality is like that. But you don't stop there, you go behind him. I want to do this job, ये करना है, you go behind him like sir मुझे काम दे दो मैं कर लूंगी. Like I would say that you involve in everything, whatever is there. You take extra time. You ask your doubt. You do everything what you can do. So nobody will reject you. People will see, hi, yaar, even though she is a girl, she's taking interest. So you can change the mindset of people. It is never late, but give them some time. Immediately, you don't judge a person because everybody has different point of view on girls. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I'll surely mark your words and I will definitely try to follow it in every step of my life when I'll be going on board. Ma'am, last but not the least, I would like to know because, ma'am, since this interview session is not only for me or a discussion between us, but rather a lot of people out there will be listening to this. Ma'am, any tips from your side for, especially for the female aspirants who are still in the dilemma whether to join this industry or not?
Of females should join this industry because women only constitute 1.2% of the workforce. So I would like to tell women should join more and more because we are empowering women and mentality is changing now. And I am seeing that many girls are joining. Especially from the colleges, I have seen there are many girls coming out. So more and more people should join. And you people who are coming, the new generation, I want to tell that set a good example, not a bad one. You should set a good examples to the people coming after you. And you should work very hard. Never take advantage of being girl. कि ऐसे नहीं कि मुझे आज पेट दर्द हो रहा है, पीठ दर्द हो रहा है. Please take care. Okay. If a reason is genuine, yes, you take a leave. But whenever possible, you have to give your best. Okay, you should prove them that you are no less than an email. Like I want to tell one example. Last contract, I had a third assistant engineer. You call her fourth engineer. I was so impressed. I have worked with many girls, and my point of view was like she was very good. Like I would say better than a male candidate. Her hard work, her obedience, and the way she thinks. She used to think twice before doing any work. So I want like whoever the new generation people is coming, you should really do hard work. It is not, this field is not just making Instagram reels and giving some wrong information to people. It is a part of hard work. See, making reels on board ship, yes, I would say don't make reels, no problem, but don't give a picture to people that it is very easy out there. It is not easy. You have to go through a training, then you have to go through class 4, then you have to complete a CTM as fourth engineer, third engineer, and if you are with a very high standard company, promotion is also not easy. They have their particular metrics, then you have to go to class 2, again you have a matrix, again class 1. So it is a long process, so you have to be patient. And I would request girls who are joining, you have to reach the end of the journey. It's not like that, join kiya, class 4 khatam, then you are in the sure job. I would like to say girls that complete your journey. Like today if 10 people are there, I want all the 10 to be chief engineer someday. So that's my aim. Maybe it is not suiting everybody, but you try your hard to get to the end of the line. Don't stop in between. Okay, if you want to stop, I would say stop early. No point in stopping coming in middle. If you have come to the middle, you go to till the end. That's what I want to do.
Yes, ma'am, surely, ma'am. And the way you have explained that, okay, leaving the job or leaving our position in between will make us feel that, okay, we left our dream job or we left the career which on which we were working for several days.
Most of the females leave when you have to go to maternity, you are married or something. Yes, it is difficult, but try maximum so that at least you have reached the end point. You have become a chief engineer, 2-3 contracts you have done. Yes, then you can shift to the shore. But we cannot judge people by that. People have their own choices.
Yes,
but I would like to say, if you are there today, I would like to tell you, I would like to see you becoming a chief engineer someday after some years. Okay. So all
surely,
the best.
ma'am, surely. I'll try my best to make this thing come true. Ma'am, thank you for such a wonderful session. It was really, really inspiring for me to listen to this kind of things from you itself because the more we get to see online things or interviews, it is somewhat okay. I also, when I was during my initial days, when I was preparing to join this industry mentally, I would say, ma'am, these things were okay, but I have never thought in my life that I'll get such a pleasure from at this age, at this point in my college days, to interact with someone like you and have a good discussion session, ma'am. Thank you so much for this.
Thank you.